Okay, so normally we review all the latest boots when they come out, but today I'll actually take a closer look at the F50 adizero leather remake that came out in August. But why? Well, the thing is that we, meaning Unisport, just got our stock of these bad boys, meaning that we finally have a sizable chunk of boots available. And I just had to get my hands on a pair to see what the hype was all about. Now, in short, the hype is real. And today, I'll tell you why. And if you're just here to buy the boots, by the way, the link is Well, let's kick things off by winding the clock back a bit. So, back in August, Adidas dropped their Speed Legacy pack, which consisted of this, but also the synthetic hybrid touch black and white battle pack inspired version of the 2015 adizero. And the hype? Well, there was a lot of hype, and understandably so, because the 2014 adizero is, at least in my book, one of the best adizeros and arguably one of the best speed boots Adidas have ever made. But back in August, when the two boots dropped, Unisport only received the hybrid touch version on stock to sell. And I've worn mine a lot, quite a lot actually, and I've really enjoyed it. And for me, that boot is at least on par, if not better, than most of the other speed boots on the market right now. But as good as the hybrid touch version was, it was the leather version that made the big splash of hype. And actually still today, you'll see a lot of pro players all across the globe rocking these. And that's what's kind of cool to me, because it was only a handful of players that got the boots from Adidas to wear. So when you see that many pro players spending their own money, buying boots that they want to wear by themselves because they like them so much, you know that something is up. You got a good product on your hands. And that's why I think us, Unisport, getting stuck a little later than everyone else is actually kind of cool in this instance. Normally, getting stuck late really sucks. But here, the F50 adizero leather remake is literally sold out everywhere else. So us getting the boots now means another chance for you to actually buy them without having to resort to the often overpriced resale market. But should you buy them? Should you splash the cash? Well, yeah, I think you should. And here's why. So if you need a bit more convincing than just me saying, "Oh, go out and buy them," let me take you through the boots real quick, because obviously you do have some sort of inspiration coming from the original F50 adizero in leather. But actually, apart from the design itself, the new boots don't really have that much in common with the OGs. Because on here you have a stitchless leather forefoot that instead of stitches has this battle pack pattern embossed into the upper material itself. And it is quite soft. Then of course you have your synthetic leather midfoot, which I think takes inspiration from the pure leather version of the F50 adizero that had these laser-edged holes in the midfoot as well. Of course, then you have your classic U-throat, a synthetic tongue, suede heel liner, and reflective Adidas stripes. And the whole lot sits on top of the Carbitex outsole that we know from the X Ghosted and the X Speed Flow, just to give it that little bit of a modern twist. So the idea might be 8 years old, but the execution is actually very modern, and when you feel the boots, you can just tell. I said that the upper was soft, and I mean that. They're so soft that it feels like it's just the leather piece and then this nice plush liner on the inside, meaning that out of the box, the upper is so soft and pliable and just takes so well to the exact shape of your foot. It's not K-leather, at least it doesn't seem to be, but it doesn't matter because the fit in the forefoot is exceptional. And actually, you can say that about the midfoot and the heel as well. It's got this snug fit that's really nice, but still feels very accommodating and I would say almost elegant in the way that it just fits your foot like a glove. And still you get that sensation that the boot can turn up the heat when they need to because of this stiff and responsive snapback that you get from the outsole. So from a fit perspective, it's just a really nice package. But the touch is actually also on the nicer side of the spectrum, because while it does feel relatively close to the ball, because the leather forefoot is so relatively thin, you also still have this very graceful and padded and almost smooth sensation that only a high quality leather upper can give you. And when you combine that with the really low and pointy toe box, it just feels so effortlessly awesome on the ball. So the touch is nice, the fit is very nice, and it just feels good without any restrictions. And that mental boost, for me at least, it's not something you find that often in football boots. So when you find a boot that can give you that confidence boost, it's just about pressing buy as quickly as you can. But, and there is a but. Actually, there are two buts. But the first thing you need to know that isn't super positive about the boots is that due to the fact that the leather is so soft and also is stitchless, inevitably, over time, they will probably overstretch. That also means that if you're stuck in between two sizes, you don't know what to get, you can consider at least going down half a size if you want that really snug fit where the leather just stretches and molds and gives you this sensation that is almost painted on. Now, personally, I went through the size and got a perfect fit. But now you know. But my second and probably also biggest gripe is how good these boots are. They're almost too good. And I know it sounds stupid to complain about, but hear me out. Because for me, the two F50 Adizero remakes here have just shown to be better than the X-Speed Portals that are right now. It doesn't mean that the X-Speed Portals are bad boots, but for me, these especially are just that much better. They fit better, they require less break-in time, they're lighter, they feel more nimble on foot. And I think if these were the actual inline boots, they might go on to be some of the most popular boots on the market. And that's why it sucks that they're limited, because it means that 95% of people wearing Adidas boots will never get the chance to experience the awesomeness of this F50 Adizero leather remake, whatever you can call it. And I know that it shouldn't be a problem releasing great remakes, but when the remakes are better than what you offer in line, I think it is a problem. But I have a third complaint, and that is that as awesome as these look in whiteout, out of the box, they're also gonna get really dirty really quickly. That's the name of the game. But in short, I think these are fantastic. If you ever love the F50 Adizero or just in general appreciate a really good fitting football boot, of course if you have the money, I think that these are a must-buy. For me, they are contenders for Boot of the Year. And just remember that as things stand right now, Unisport is your last chance of getting these at retail. You can do so in the link right over there. But guys, what do you think about them? Especially these versus the Speed Portals. Let me know in the comment section right down below. Of course, make sure to subscribe to the channel with the notifications on. And if you want to learn some new skills that you can do in your new fancy F50 Adizero leather remakes or any other boot for that matter, click the playlist right down there and improve as a footballer. And with those words, I'll be signing off. Cheerio.